These people are stupid. These people are
He's only saying this because FanFan is Asian.
stupid.
Streamer award situation is embarrassing. As we all know, the streaming awards happened last night. India Love, in her beautiful fashion, has caused an uprising. FanFan telling maybe sensitive jokes. We gotta cover it. Let's get into it.
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Shout out QT for hosting.
See, one, India Love. You cannot have a Kanye West moment because you are not Kanye. You're not at the top of the chain. That's one. Maybe she is. She's beautiful. And you know, as we all know, sex sells on Twitch, right? Two, FanFan saying that Kai Cenat looks like Diddy is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. He's in prison. What?
In the event. India Love for ruining the event.
The Streamer Awards just happened, and of course people couldn't let the event go off perfectly. Some people had to try and gain some spotlight or gain some attention and ruin it in ways that I cannot describe. All the way from India Love going up on stage for no real reason and disrupting Valkyrie from talking, to FanFan making some jokes at people very uncomfortable, probably even Kai Cenat, because she compared him to the likes of Diddy. But I want to go over some of the weird and crazy things that happened during the Streamer Awards. But in order to do that, you know we have to start from the very beginning with who even are these people, what is this event, and how do we get here in the first place?
Hasan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
The way he's looking at the camera, he's fed up. Is he not pissed? One, two. Okay, so she's throwing jokes at everyone, and these are like kind of like uppercut type of jokes. Okay, I might have to scale it back on the Diddy and Kai thing.
Going forward in this video, most of the people I am about to mention are streamers or content creators of the sort, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. But this is the Streamer Awards, an award show held by QTCinderella, a very popular streamer where she gets together and has awards that she hands out to a lot of the streaming community for the accomplishments that they made throughout the year. And she has awards spanning from Best Battle Royale Streamer, Best Duo Streamer to
Side note, these types of games, they always look like they're so easy, but these are like some of the most hardest games I've ever played before. You know what I'm saying? Cuphead. I've never played Cuphead, but I played this old school like style. Bro, it is very difficult.
Streamer of the Year, and people all across Twitch come to celebrate. Unfortunately for her, most of these events don't go off perfectly, and we have people trying their hardest to ruin it or just take the spotlight away from people who actually deserve it. We have that moment perfectly illustrated by the India Love situation that happened during the Streamer Awards.
DDG, Vanilla Mace, Gwendolyn Ortiz.
And the Streamer Award goes to Adapt. Best breakout streamer. This means so much to me, and
you know, Adapt has been on an incredible run. He did start streaming this year, right? He took streaming seriously this year, or like the beginning of last year to this year, and now he's on top of the game, on top of this streaming shit. He's been doing it for a long time. But this is technically a new industry within the content creation, right? Streaming versus just uploading on YouTube, you know? So he definitely deserved this.
I'm so grateful, man. Thank you guys. You guys have no idea how much you have changed my life, man.
That was the Breakout Streamer Award, an award given to somebody who has gone to new heights in streaming this year, and it wasn't as popular maybe the year before that, or just really wasn't streaming. And you saw the person that won happened to be FaZe Adapt. Congrats to Adapt, by the way. I doubt he's watching this video, but still congrats to him. While obviously losing isn't the best feeling in the entire world, you saw that the other contestants like Wendy Ortiz, Vanilla Mace, DDG, and Rakai didn't make that big of a fuss or didn't really end up doing anything. But apparently someone that was really upset that Adapt won was India Love. She decided to show everyone just how mad she was by storming the stage unannounced, unprovoked, and for no real reason to give her 2 cents to everybody that no one really asked for.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrie.
Damn, she ran up there like that. Wrong one. She ran up there like that?
Hello. Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
several.
And you know what's crazy about this is India Love is someone who like gained popularity from dating like The Game when she was 18 and he was in his 30s, I believe, and things like that. So she's been around quote unquote gangsters. She's been around some hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? These people are not that. So when people that come from certain environments know that people are just like sweet, like they might kick me out, but they're not gonna do anything to me. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna throw no water bottle at me. They're not gonna fight me outside of the building or anything like that, right? They're not doing that. They're not. These people aren't on that type of timing. So a lot of times, people that grew up in these environments, they feel that they can just bully their way into, you know what I'm saying? No, it should be like this, and that's it. Well, why? You have no logical explanation. Because I said so. You know, that's the type of vibe she gives off to me.
Issues here. One, India Love is not Kanye West. And before she even went and stormed that stage, she was actually interrupting an entire award show. No one invited her. QT didn't have this as a secret surprise. There was no reason for her to be going up there. She did that of her own volition, making a complete fool and idiot of herself, and probably making the people that she's so-called trying to defend, being Rakai and DDG, upset in the process, because no one wants to be seen as a laughing stock or as someone who's associated with a person that's going to interrupt an award show purely because the people that they liked didn't win.
And they don't want to be looked at or considered like a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what sore losers do. Everyone loses in life, but if you're a sore loser, no one wants to be around you. No one wants to hang out with you. And this what she did has created an even darker image for her within this space.
Doesn't make anybody in the situation look good. Yes, again, it's unfortunate to not win the award, but it's way worse to have another person who represents you go up there and try to have a Will Smith moment, all because an award wasn't given to them or given to the person they like. That's why she got booed off stage. She is not some diva or some queen that everybody was cheering for, happy to have this happen. She's just the bumbling idiot that everyone gets to point and laugh at now. And of course, we get more insight on why this happened in the first place, because there was actually someone that encouraged her to do this and talked about the aftermath when she actually came back to her seat.
Oh, wow. India at the table, just me and India. She's like, I feel bad for Rakai though. I feel like I gotta say something. You're not crazy. She's like, what? You know about me? She's like, I might need another drink though. Like, okay, your drink right there. So
who is this guy? Who is Simba off perk? Are you off a perk? 1, 2, you're the one that put the battery in her back. So it was you. See, listen, you can't take niggas nowhere.
Oh, that happens. She goes to walk up. I'm like, oh, she's dead. Chilling. Gang, you would have thought she caught a body. Like 8-10 guards pull up. 8-10 guards pull up to the spot. Say, you have to go. She's like, okay.
This is Playboy Max's cousin, someone who was also at the Streamer Awards and, as you heard, was sitting next to India Love and basically encouraged her to go up there, not thinking that she would actually do it. Why you would encourage that act, I don't know. Why she actually did it, I don't know. But after doing so, as he said, she was escorted out by several guards, probably because she just stormed the stage for no real reason, thinking that she was about to get a moment, but she had a bunch of people laughing at her because she's being a complete idiot and a nuisance. I don't know why we can't act like we have some actual sense while at an award show, regardless if it's the Streamer Awards, the Soccer Awards, or just the awards to win a plastic water bottle. You can understand that people have regulations and things that they want to happen a certain way, and you disrupting all of that is going to get you kicked out of the event. But I
mean, it also gets you kicked out. It also brings like a bad image to your name, but also some people that just don't have like no house training. You know what I'm saying? You feel bad for Rakai. Why do you feel bad for Rakai? Because he's a child, right? If you would have did that, Rakai would have went home. He would have been in his bed and he would have really thought about it. Right? He would have really thought about it. In 2026, Rakai would have went absolutely fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? He would have brought his shit to the next level because he doesn't want to lose again, you know? Right?
Obviously, India Love herself.
Or 2, he just doesn't give a fuck and you didn't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Rakai could genuinely just not care. You know, he could just not care.
See anything wrong with what she did, because when she went on her own stream, she talked about it as if she just had her own Kanye moment and that she should basically be praised for what she had done.
That was so blood. That was blood.
Hey, you know me, I'm super.
That was some Kanye little mama. You walked up with the bloody.
You know, what needed to happen. I was gonna make it happen regardless.
But you didn't do anything. Rakai didn't win an award. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just go, all right, well, Adapt, come back up here, Adapt. We need that trophy. Thank you. Rakai, come on stage, please. And give it to him. Nothing happened besides you getting kicked out. Literally nothing happened.
I was gonna make it happen. You know what's crazy though, Daz? On my life, when I went over there to go talk to Rakai, I didn't like his demeanor. Like, Rakai head was down. Rakai didn't have
He's probably embarrassed because of you.
I'm like, nah, I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a like, he just didn't have, like, Rakai's head was down. His whole, like, I didn't like that.
Now, I know I said it basically after every clip, but I think it really needs to be emphasized. She is not Kanye West. This is not the Oscars. This is an award show. Now, obviously, Rakai being one of the youngest people to be nominated for this award show, he is 17 compared to all of these 20-plus-year-olds who are over here also winning it. It's going to hit him a lot harder because he's younger doing all this. But the course of action to correct his behavior or to make him feel better isn't to go up on stage when you are not invited and tell everybody that Rakai should have...
And honestly, that's what's wrong with society today. You know what I'm saying? Everyone needs excuse me, I feel like I'm burping every time as soon as I start recording, I just get all these gas bubbles, you know what I'm saying? But every kid doesn't need a participation trophy. This is how we create losers, and everyone's on the quote unquote the same level. Bro, life isn't fair. Not everyone is on the same playing field. That's how it should be. Everyone should have equal opportunities for everything, but we know that's not the case. You know, sometimes we have to lose in life. We have to lose in life. Why do we have to lose? It's to build that hunger, to build that strength that no, I don't ever want to feel like this again. So I'm going to go 10 times harder. Fuck that. I'm going to go 50 times harder. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to go 100 times harder. A lot of times, society is taking that away from boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? And they, oh no, well, you came in last place, but you tried your best. Here's a ribbon. No, you don't deserve a ribbon. Because next time I want that first place ribbon. You know what I'm saying?
Actually won, and that DDG got snubbed for
There's
the
nothing wrong with
award
being
when
competitive.
Adapt put in just as much work as all of them. By doing this, I feel like you're trying to discredit him and all the work that he's put in, and genuinely it makes you seem like a complete idiot, and it's not gonna have anybody on your side. Even the people that you're trying to defend, like Rakai and DDG, are not over here championing you for actually doing this. They're getting on their streams and questioning why you did all of this, specifically DDG, because when he talked about it afterwards, he was literally saying, yeah, I had to check up on India.
I seen what India did. I checked on her, made sure she was straight. I know a lot of y'all felt frustrated, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to Adapt. Adapt went crazy. Everybody went crazy in their own way. You know, that's the point of a community. You feel me? It's the point of a community is being together.
Even DDG is having a better reaction to losing his award that he was nominated for, not her at the end of the day, than she is. And at the end of the day, yes, it's an award show. Obviously, you're going to want to win. But even the people around you that you're sticking up for aren't going to the lengths or even having good reactions to the things that you've been doing. You can say it's PR training, but overall, I think a normal person would just see what India Love did and not want that to happen, especially if she's trying to do it representing you. We can see
exactly. And what if he didn't want that? What if he didn't want her? He didn't sign off on this. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're bringing a bad light to me. Not only Rakai, but now you're bringing a bad light to me. And everyone knows that I pretty much birthed you as a streamer, right? DDG birthed India Love as a streamer. DDG also birthed Wendy Ortiz as a streamer. Two polarizing figures that not a lot of people love them. A lot of people hate them though, you know?
What the normal consensus would be from a streamer like Lacey.
It's still a very fun event. Shout out QT for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? So your first initial thought is to run up on a stage, make a scene, and discredit other people?
Well, he's clearly farming. Like, these types of people, like Lacey, they know what they're doing. They're very smart, right? They're going to clip farm and farm and farm and farm and farm clips. Because all you have to do is just address it one time and say, I'm not addressing this no more. He's going to address it 5 times so he can get hella clips.
Kai had a huge year and he deserved to be up there and deserved to win. There's just no need for that. It was just trashy, bro. It was just trashy. It was trashy. It was like just attention-seeking trashy. This is weird.
Well, I feel like the entire India Love situation was very weird and people are going to look at her as an oddball going forward. I feel like this was something that the Streamer Awards or anybody who was helping with it could not predict. They could predict that India Love was going to run up on stage and do what she did, and they went to great lengths after she did it to stop it from happening again by kicking her out of the award show. But they definitely could predict where the jokes that were going to be made because they had to be run over by somebody or popular, somebody had to approve these things that were going to be said. And let me just tell you, most of these jokes during these streamer awards were interesting at best, and some of the most awkward inducing weird moments I've ever seen. And a specific one that's getting a lot of traction is the jokes that they made about Kai Cenat.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat.
Shout out Kai, shout out Kai.
This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations.
The least educational university. This man done put on for a lot of people. Talk about birthing people. Kai Cenat has birthed a lot of people, and he's not afraid of sharing the spotlight with anyone else. You know what I'm saying? With Streamer University, which was a really unique idea. You know, when people don't like you, I'm not saying FanFan, because I'm pretty sure she has an earpiece and someone is telling her to write this. Who's behind it is writing the jokes. They suck.
Congratulations to you.
They're trying to do like a roast. You know what I'm saying? But it's not
and
really.
also,
Like, look at his face. He's like, man, fuck you, bitch.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Look, no one laughed. No one laughed.
Obviously, this is an award show, not just any award show, but an award show with content creators who make jokes on stream all the time. And some of them can tend to go a little bit too far and end up even being funny to the point of being recognized as all-time memes or places on the internet. This joke right here is not only none of that, but also not even that funny of a joke to begin with.
Exactly.
Several ones that she made before even comparing Kai to Diddy Combs was saying that his streamer university was the least educational university in the world, and basically calling his mafia-thon a trip to get one of the most expensive haircuts possible, which those two I guess you can put aside because they're not really that crazy, but comparing Kai to Diddy is something that a lot of people have already had issues with and find very weird, and probably even Kai himself, because while he's just trying to have fun in streaming, be compared to someone like Diddy Combs who was in jail, locked up for a plethora of bad things, is probably not something you want on yourself. And obviously not just me having a problem with this, but other people online, and even someone who was actually at the Streamer Awards, that being Ty Lil, wanted to speak out and say something about the weird joke that FanFan made.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
What do the bitches be doing? Or woman? Clock it.
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
He said, turn this shit on. Look, hold on, go back.
If you all gonna be on the mic, all gonna be on the mic, now turn it.
And he said, nah, turn this shit on.
This might not turn it on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Now we're in the same situation as we had with India Love, a little bit different, basically the same premise though, where Ty Lil was out here calling out FanFan, but in doing so is disrupting the entire event, causing it to go to a complete halt in order to tell her that the joke that she made wasn't funny, and even some of the previous ones, which I didn't show, were on the same level as that. Well, again, this isn't the same exact situation as India Love, where she's coming up and discrediting.
Yeah, so this one is kind of tough though. This one is kind of tough. Why is it tough? Because one, Kai Cenat is his homie. Essentially, he birthed Ty Lil in the streaming world, essentially, right? He is disrupting, but in his mind, it's, I have my homies back. But is this they always say, right place, right time. This was the wrong time to do it. He should have said it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Should have said it afterwards to be professional, you know? Do I understand where he's coming from? Absolutely. But unfortunately,
these people are stupid. These people are.
He's only saying this because FanFan is Asian.
Stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're streamers, okay? These guys are streamers.
That's the only reason why.
Streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my God. Chat roasts us every day, and these.
Yeah, but like, when someone roasts and then someone just being straight up, like, it was like kind of fucked up jokes. You know what I'm saying? That's not funny jokes, you know? And if someone was to say something crazy in his chat, you know what happens? There's a reason that there's a button called ban. You know what I'm saying? So he would ban these people if the jokes, you know what I'm saying, were flying a little bit too close to the sun. Roast, sure. But when you go past the line, when you go over the line, like calling someone a rape, that's essentially what she did. She called him a rapist. You know what I'm saying? That's not a joke. We don't joke like that. Y'all may joke like that, but if someone was to say that to you in your chat, what would you do? You would ban them. So don't do this shit. Come on now.
Young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we deal with it every
jokes.
day.
That's not a joke though.
Joke. Get the out of here, you loser. You loser. If you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
That's because they are comparing him to someone like Diddy Combs. I don't think people understand how crazy his rap sheet is of the terrible things that he has done. If you're comparing him to another streamer or even another big name celebrity like Kevin Hart, I doubt he would care. But you're comparing him to someone who has been committed of doing all types of heinous things. Yes, I would also be upset. Even if people on the internet are doing the same thing, who's to say he is happy about that? And Kai hasn't streamed since that situation has happened, so we don't even know if he would ban people from his chat or even allow his own community to say these things about him. It's obvious by watching the clip that it was an awkward moment. These streamers are okay with people joking all the time because it's their main job and the way that they entertain people, but you can decide which jokes go too far and which jokes you don't like by how you interact with them and how you go about doing certain things. And there were even other jokes that were being made that people felt were very questionable, directed at Hasan along with FaZe Clan.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Rakai?
So with this clip right here, I don't think this is that bad of a clip. A lot of people will be like, well, she was trying to humiliate Ritual him. She was trying to make sure that if he slips up that he'll get canceled. No, they had a whole PR thing. They had an episode on the Phaseathon, right? They had an entire segment of QT PR training YourRage. You don't have to say no or say none of it. Just say yes. He didn't give an answer. He just said yes. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yes. That's how you do it, you know? But people are going to blow this out of the discussion because of the community that it is attached to.
Question. What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen? Don't answer it. It's a test. It's a test, Rakai. Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Take his mic. Take his mic. What? He's...
Now, she is not a comedian. She has never said that she was a comedian. She's attempting to be humorous. Their delivery is subpar. Rakai got banned for supposedly 2 years. Now they reversed it to 2 weeks. So we're going to throw a little bit of jokes. You already got the boss call because you're supposed to be out of here for 2 years, my brother. Got to take this one. You got to take it on the chin. Pause.
Learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
All right, let's keep going this way. The homophobic table.
Wow. It's gonna be is it all black people?
Misogynistic? I don't remember. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple. Hi. And their short gay son, Ron.
Now again, as I said, most of these jokes are interesting and leaning toward the stage of awkward, the millisecond that everybody goes silent and realizes that none of this stuff is actually that funny, which is pretty interesting because they're in a room full of content creators whose entire job is entertaining people on the internet on a consistent basis.
You know what's crazy about that? I was watching an agent clip, right? An Agent 000 clip. And he said that if you want to be a content creator, just be consistent. Just be consistent, because he said most of the people that are at the top, they're not that funny. They aren't. They're just consistent and they show up every single day. And that's why they're in the position that they are, not because they're funny. So even though there's quote unquote supposed to be like hilarious content creators, most people aren't funny.
At the end of the day, I can understand most of these things are supposed to be jokes. And a lot of these people that are put in these situations, if they didn't want to be, are just going to probably react like Rage or say nothing like Rakai or just have a face like Kai himself and try their best to just laugh it off and keep this whole thing going. But I assume a bunch of people in the crowd or even online were talking about how annoying and how bad the jokes were getting, to the point where QT herself had to address them.
All right, it feels like we're getting loose. We're warming up. We're having a good time. And I just want to remind you guys that everything we say tonight is a joke, okay? Especially after some of you talk to FanFan. I know that people are gonna take moments from tonight and clip them out of context and make it look like there's drama.
They both have nice dresses. I like their dresses. Who is she? I feel like I've seen her like 50 million times. I feel like I could just walk down the street and then see her.
Drama and that
She doesn't have a very distinct look. Let me know if you guys think FanFan went too far as her jokes go. Do you guys think that it was overall a good performance and a good award show? Do you think next year's is going to be better than this year? Please like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Peace.